Dragonflies symbolize transformation, and in the new book, Leah is a Dragonfly Now, local author Sarah McLean shares the true story of how her best friend is always there for her, even when she's not around. And joining us this morning to discuss this heartwarming book is Sarah herself. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. You know, this is such a beautiful book with such a great story. Tell me about the reason why you needed to make sure this book got out into the world.
Yeah, so I'm actually just a storyteller of this. You know, I have no part in this story. It's about my friend Leah, who passed away, and Celine, who is the main person on the cover there, had this just crazy experience. And as she was telling me it, I was just like, oh my goodness, I have to share this with the world.
Wow. Because
it is one of those things where, you know, when people pass on, we always wonder, where do they go? Are we going to ever see them again?
Right.
And just, you know, what happens? And as she was telling me the story, she just kept seeing these signs that Leah was still with her.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a nice reminder that even when people leave us, they never really leave our side.
They're still here.
Yeah.
Still here. What was the writing process like for you for this?
It was tough. I mean, a lot of it's a true story, so she just told me the story,
right,
and then, you know, recorded it, and then to adapt it from the film that originally was into the book, it was a lot harder than I was expecting it to be. Yeah, because especially for a children's picture book, you know, you're working with page counts.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you have to keep it simple as far as the word choice and the words that you're using, just to make a nice, concise story.
Yeah. Yeah. I love, you know, one thing too, I know obviously it's a children's book. It's beautiful illustrations as well. We have obviously images on the screen, but this book really is great for anyone.
Yeah, it's more for older kids, you know, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, but I've been finding a lot of adults have been resonating with it as well. And it's just really great for kids and parents to read together, to talk together and just discuss, if, you know, especially when you're a kid and you have those questions, that you can go to a parent, a teacher, or whomever.
I was just going to ask you, you know, what are you hoping that someone that is either gifted this book or buys this for themselves, after they read it, whether they're reading it by themselves, like you said, with a parent or a loved one, what do you hope that they leave with this book feeling?
Just the joy and comfort that they're never alone. You know, especially during the holidays, it can be tough when we have people who we've lost around the holidays or reminded that they're not there. Just to be reminded that you're never really alone, even if you feel like you are. Yeah. If you just open your eyes and really just take a moment to look around, you're going to see symbols of them throughout.
It's beautiful. Yeah. And what does it feel like seeing, and we always kind of say, you know, we have authors on writing a book, putting a book together is like having a baby. Yeah. It's something from like turning into this beautiful project, this birthing something. What does it feel like to have it here, people reading it, people loving it?
It's amazing. Like, you know, I'm my own toughest critic. So this book itself was 4 years in the making. It was originally an animated short. That took a few years to make. And then I started adapting it right before COVID hit. Wow. So it was a lot of stops and starts between that and, you know, just getting through life. So it came out when it was supposed to come out.
Right.
And with me, you know, I am horrible at naming things, but this, I just love the title so much. I love what it represents, and I couldn't be more proud of this book. And like I said, it came out when it needed to come out.
Absolutely, and I love that you were saying that you were here too, and like the dragonflies. Tell our viewers about that. I think this is so amazing.
In the summer, I'm like, anyone who's from Rhode Island knows, like this summer we had the swarm of dragonflies that just like, they were all over the place.
Everywhere.
And I was at the beach that I grew up going to, and we saw them flying by, and there was one that just landed right next to me and just hung out for about 5 minutes. Not by my mom, not by my sister, but by me. And then this was right around the time the book was published in early August. So it was hard to not take that.
I was going to say, the signs are everywhere. Yeah. They really are. And then where can viewers buy this? Where can they find this book?
Anywhere that you would normally buy a book, in store or online. And if it's not on the shelf of the bookstore you go to, they can get it for you. So yeah, pretty much anywhere.
I love it. And we'll have all the links too on our website. Sarah, thanks so much for being here.
Of course.
Such a beautiful story. Oh, I love it. And again, we'll have more information too on where you can purchase a copy of Leah is a Dragonfly Now. Just head over to rhodeshow.com. We'll have all the information right there for you.